We've reached that time once again, haven't we? Oh boy, this did not pan out well last season, but you know what? I love doing this stuff because I gotta say, we're doing it again. Hey there, peeps, Detective Boo here. Oh my god, it feels good to finally actually just get time to do stuff now. Now I finished my final shift, if I can speak, of my work of the school year at least. Probably will try to aim to get something over the summer. Um, I managed to also finish my junior year of college, so I'm on track to finish it in 4 years. So this should be my final year upcoming, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows how life plays out? Um, but yeah, outside of that, there's no hockey today, so I don't have to worry about much other than this. And welcome to the first stream of the day where I do this all over again. Remember last year I opened up with the schedule release doing last year and then picking every single goddamn game on that schedule, which didn't pan out as well as I hoped. So hopefully this year will be better. There's a lot of games on the schedule, 272 regular season games plus 13 postseason games to bring us up to 285 games in total we got to predict. Yes, that includes the Super Bowl champion. We're predicting that one too. Why? Because yes. So hopefully everything goes as well as it should. Um Before I begin though, I want to shout out Zozo and Big Mel because first of all, they both of them make amazing content. You know that as well as I do. But second of all, they promoted my channel around yesterday for whatever reason and said yes, subscribe to this goober. So yeah. Hold on, because the bot is not working in my Discord server right now. But yes, while I'm doing that, let me see. Let me finish promoting around real quick. There we go. But anyways, yeah. Oh boy, a lot of changes has been made over this offseason. 2025 was a wild football year, and it ended probably in the most boring way possible with Seattle routing New England in the Super Bowl. I was at some point going to talk about this with Andrew, but we never got around to it. So let's just start off the stream by doing that. Seattle, oh my god, that was oh, that was ugly. The Seattle Seahawks beat the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60 um by a final score of 29-13. Now, yes, it was only a 16-point game, but don't let that fool you. Good lord, Seattle demolished, and I mean demolished New England on all aspects, especially when New England had the ball. And uh, Drake May was seeing ghosts on that field, let me tell you. And that defense for Seattle was lethal. Um, Nicknamed the Dark Side Defense. And my god, like I knew Seattle was good pretty much. I thought Seattle was probably going to take advantage of this game pretty late, but oh my god, I didn't think the defense was going to be that lethal. I really didn't. So we'll see how things go this time around in this season. Um, but yeah, let's a little bit of an off-season overview. I think personally, let me start with my Chiefs real quick. First things first, 6-11 was probably the biggest down year we've had in a long time, and how we addressed it, I'm actually really happy with what we did over the offseason. First of all, biggest thing that occurred, we got Kenneth Walker from the Seattle Seahawks, the Super Bowl MVP, actually, the reigning Super Bowl MVP, and we upgraded our running back room a little bit. We also added Imari DiMercado as a little bit of a little to upgrade our running back room, which we really needed to run the ball more because that's probably what got Mahomes hurt because he was trying to have to scramble for his life so often. And speaking of um, fixing up stuff, some things that also happened during our offseason, Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson went to the Rams. McDuffie via a trade, Watson became a free agent, and the Rams picked him up. So we had to rebound our defensive room and our secondary. So what did we do? Crazy move. I don't know if we needed to do we did I don't know if we needed to trade, but we moved up to the number 6 overall pick by trading with the Browns to pick up Mansour Delane out of LSU, the top cornerback in the draft, which not gonna lie, the more I'm a few weeks after the draft now, the more I am looking at that, the more I'm really liking the pick. I'm not sure if we needed to trade, but we still picked up a pretty good call over the course of the draft. Um, we also picked up Peter Woods, a defensive tackle out of Clemson, in as our second pick of the first round. Used a second round pick to pick up Mason Thomas, a big edge out of Oklahoma, which was huge to boost our defensive line. Because let's just be honest, Chris Jones and George Kalafdis is not going to be enough. They're gonna need some help. So I'm glad they did that. We also picked up the defensive back out of Oregon in round 4 with Kennedy. We picked up another running back in round 5 with Emmett Johnson out of Nebraska. We picked up a wide receiver also in round 5 with Cyrus Allen, a wide receiver out of Cincinnati. And finally, we actually used a round 7 pick to pick a quarterback of all things, Garrett Nussmeier out of LSU, another Tiger coming to the Chiefs. I think the main goal for Nussmeier is just to be the backup for Mahomes, or the third string with Justin Fields. Probably going to get a few more snaps to start off the season with Mahomes recovering from the ACL and LCL tear towards the end of the last season. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just use him. And let's just be honest, our quarterback death room after Gardner Minshew was not great. So I think that's also kind of what we addressed as well. And I think the long-term goal is for Nussmeier is to basically use him and just grind out at least 4 years throughout his rookie contract as a suitable backup for Patrick Mahomes, which I actually like that idea. It prevents us from having to keep picking up one and done pretty much backups like Justin Field, Gardner Minshew. Who else were we picking up during that time? I don't know, but that was cycling in and out pretty much throughout. Oh, Blaine Gabbert as well. It prevents us from having to do that all the time, which is very nice. And I think we actually we definitely improved over this offseason. Oh yeah, another thing too, coaching, a little bit of a coaching overhaul. We got rid of Matt Nagy finally. Jesus Christ, that took long enough. Out of our offensive coordinator room, and we got back Eric Bieniemy, which is huge. I loved Eric Bieniemy when he was our offensive coordinator, and yeah, hopefully it will revert back to like pre Super Bowl 58 offensive powerhouse, which is what we've been really lacking throughout the past 3 years, pretty much. I think we also upgraded our running backs coach as well. Let me look this up real quick, but I'm pretty sure our previous one, his specialty was pretty much last year's was more of wide receiver. So I don't know why we hired him as a running backs coach. But this season we picked up DeMarco Murray as our running backs coach, which I like them. I like that move overall. He is an experienced running back with a 7-year playing career, and he's also coached at Arizona in 2019, and then he was at Oklahoma as their running backs coach, and throughout the 2020s. So yeah, I like that move a lot. I think our running back room is going to be a lot better than it was last year. Which on the offensive side of the ball, that's definitely what um, we really needed to improve on the most. And yeah, we didn't do much in the wide receiver room. I mean, people can argue that we the ours is not as strong as it used to be, probably one of the weakest in the league. But hey, we also took a coaching overhaul, which maybe that's the key that we've been missing. We just needed a little bit of an overhaul, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So we'll see how that pans out this season. Um, but yeah, first before we start all this, um, another couple of other things as well. Let me highlight some things. First off, if you see, if it's not obvious enough, the Titans changed their logo from the fiery flame ball of the Titans logos that they had to this. I'll say this: I love the colors. I'm not as onto the logo as I was with the flame coming out of it. I think if they could do that with the flame, I think it would have looked a lot better. But I do like the colors overall. It um obviously they went for Houston Oilers kind of like color design as well. The uniforms look really really good as well. The Rams, oh god, they went with this now as their new logo. Oh my god, if they could they just keep digging themselves downwards into the marketing like with the logos and whatnot. 10 years ago, they had probably one of the sickest logos in the league, and I remember that logo for a long time. Then they went with this, but it had a little more color to it, which I was fine with it. But then now it's just all yellow. I'm like, or all one color. It's just bland as hell, and I don't like it at all. But yeah, and then finally, the one other thing that I could probably say is the Commanders went back in their uniforms, at least, to their old kind of Super Bowl era uniform, like thing with the burgundy, the gold, and their new black uniforms are so fucking lit. Especially with the arrow through the helmet on their logo on the helmet. Oh my god, it's fire. Some other notable moves, though. John Harbaugh is the new head coach for the Giants. Kevin Stefanski, new head coach for the Falcons. I'm going through a little bit of what happened throughout this offseason so far. Um, so yeah, Mike McCarthy is the new head coach at for the Pittsburgh Steelers after they Mike Tomlin finally retired. Oh boy. Um Steelers fans, get ready for like another 3 years of basically the exact same thing. Let's see. Joe Brady. Oh yeah, the Bills. They fired Sean McDermott, which that has got to be the craziest move I've ever seen in my life. He was not the problem in Buffalo. He was not. And they replaced him with Joe Brady, the former offensive coordinator, which I'm not sure if I like that move at all. Um, the Raiders picked up Clint Kubiak as their new head coach. Miami, their new head coach is Jeff Hafley from Green Bay. The Tennessee, they have Robert Saleh as their new head coach, which I like Robert Saleh as a coach, but I don't know if he's going to be really much of a help with Cam Ward on in his development. So we'll see how that plays out. Um, and then I think Baltimore got a new head coach too, because Harbaugh's now gone. So yeah, Jesse Minter is their new head coach. So yeah, we had a total of 10 new head coaching changes throughout the league. It'll be Cleveland versus Buffalo Super Bowl. That's not even possible because they play in the same conference. Yeah, sorry. Hate to break it to you, but no, that's not possible. But yeah, a little bit of an off-season change for everyone, pretty much. Um, if you want my early season predictions, um, this division's going to be really, really tough. I actually expect the Raiders to be better, maybe like a 5 or 6 win team this season. Maybe they'll go as far as 7, but I think seven's my ceiling for them this year. So far, it's just to get Fernando Mendoza adjusted to the system, and I don't think he's even going to be starting. I think it's going to be Kirk Cousins starting for the Raiders this upcoming season. But it's also going to be seeing how the Broncos recover from the Bo Nix injury and how long he I don't know if he's going to be up and ready for week 1. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if the Chargers can get much going with Jim Harbaugh still. And then we'll see how the Chiefs plan out with their new coaching overhaul and the new running back room and the rebuilt defense. So let's see how that goes. The East probably could be one of the weaker divisions. I mean, the Jets are always terrible. The Dolphins got rid of everyone. Like Waddle's gone, Hill's gone, Tua's gone. Hey, they're that is a dumpster fire of a team. The Bills made questionable moves in the coaching area, but I think they'll still be at least decent. The Patriots got shell shocked in the Super Bowl, so we'll see how they recover from that whole experience. So I wouldn't be surprised if the AFC East is probably one of the weaker divisions this year. The South's going to be interesting. We'll see how Tyler Shuck goes with the Saints because he was on a roll at the end of last season. The Falcons, they're always one of the top contenders to win the division, but they can never put it all together. We'll see how Kevin Stefanski goes out. And the Buccaneers, oh boy, I don't know. I still don't know why they didn't get rid of Tyler Bowles. I'm not sure how well they're going to be doing. I think they'll be around where they were last year. And we'll see how the Panthers progress now that they made the postseason. Bryce Young has actually looked pretty decent so far. We'll see how his development goes. The North's still going to be the toughest one. The Lions should rebound very well this year. They finished dead last, but still had a winning record. That says a lot. The Bears, they may take a step back this year, but they're still going to be pretty damn dangerous. I think they have stuff figured out there. The Packers, we'll see how they do. And then the Vikings now have Kyler Murray, along with 9, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think the NFC North is going to be the toughest in this season. The only reason I'm not saying the West is because of the Cardinals, but still, the NFC West at least. But anyways, enough of me yapping. Let's actually just go through the season a little bit. So, basically, how we're going to do this is pretty much almost the same as last year. Week 1, I'm going to go through a little bit of each team. But then once week 2 hits, we're just going to get rolling. We're going to be picking games, and we're going to go all the way to the playoffs. I might stop at a few games here and there to really cover down some good marquee matchups. But we'll see how things go from here. First off, let's start off with the NFL's kickoff game, which is a rematch of Super Bowl 60 between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks, they're still dangerous. Don't get it twisted. Just because they lost a few key pieces over the offseason does not mean they're less dangerous than they were last year. They're still going to be really, really good this year. I don't know if they'll be as good as 14-3 again, but they're definitely going to be one of the big contenders in the NFC. The Patriots, they got reality checked in the Super Bowl. And yeah, their schedule this year is not going to be easy. They get the entire NFC West with the Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers on their schedule. It's not going to be easy. They get the Jaguars and the Steelers. So, I mean, the Jaguars are going to be kind of tough. The Steelers, not sure. And who else do they have on their schedule, actually? I'm pretty sure. Who do they have on their schedule? This is why we double check people. Let me look real quick. They also have they have the entire. Oh, they got the North. Yeah, they're not getting through that gauntlet. They get all 4 of these teams on their schedule, including they going to Chicago and Detroit, which is not easy. It is not a good tall order to really go by. And then their 17th game of the season, where they go on the road this year. Yeah, that's their opening game against Seattle. This is their 17th game. This is, dude, This is not easy. But yeah, right off the bat, I gotta go with Seattle in this opening game. It's a rude wake up call for New England going into Seattle, who's already rebuilt, ready to go. It's gonna be a tall order. Also, let me say hi to you guys in the chat. Hello, Gideon, Bendy, Dark Dog, and Debbie. How are you guys doing? I'm doing great. I finally finished my semester, so I'm doing good. This is the first stream that we're doing after that. So I have a schedule pulled up. We're pretty much just gonna go through this. I think this is the first game the NFL's ever scheduled in Australia. We opened the international slate of the season with a Friday night game the day after the kickoff game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. The 49ers yeah, they got blasted by Seattle in the divisional round. And don't get it twisted though, the Niners still had a really good season. They were dealing with a couple of injuries. If they hadn't, they probably would have been they probably would have been the 1 seed. And yeah, it's just unfortunate that every single year that they have to go through that. They did pick up Mike Evans through the offseason. But they did get rid of, I think, Ayuk, I want to say. But Mike Evans is going to be a good add to the 49ers offense. As for the Rams, ooh, that defense is going to be deadly with Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson now on the Rams. Reigning MVP Matthew Stafford is back, loaded again, ready for another run. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting battle between these two teams. I think though, if I really had to say who's gonna win, I'm going to go with the Rams in this one. I think I like this. I think I like what the Rams are doing overall better right now than the 49ers, and I think early on they're gonna show that. So I'm gonna go with the Rams in that one. Let's start off with the Sunday slate. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. We open up week 1 with two divisional winners, the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. The Bears. Oh boy, the Bears. They had that run last year. They were looking really, really good, and they probably could have gotten to the NFC Championship game, but unfortunately, fate had their own decisions in that matter. With the Rams winning on a walk-off field goal in overtime in the divisional round. But the Bears still had a really good season. I don't expect them to quite match that this year, especially with the North getting a little tougher. But they're still going to be a really dangerous team. You do not want to overlook on your schedule. As for the Panthers, this is also another team where I actually think they're going to be sneakily good this year. I think Bryce Young is going to take a little bit of a step forward, but in this game, it's going to start off a little sluggish. So I think I am going to go with the more developed team with the Chicago Bears in this one. It's going to be an interesting game though. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's start off with the second game, the next game on the schedule. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bucks. Oh boy, not a whole lot of changes, but they did get Ruben Bain Jr. on the defensive line, which is going to be huge for that Tampa D line. So keep an eye out on that. As for the Bengals, they did finally get a little bit of a rebuilt O-line with the Dexter the Dexter Lawrence trade right before the draft. So we'll see how that pans out for the Bengals. The Bengals have always started out slow, but I think if there is a year where the Bengals actually do get a little bit of a jump start, it might be this year. Because Tampa, I'm not sold on Tampa right now. I really don't. They had a fiery start last year, but then the wheels fell off really quickly. But I think I am going to go give it to Cincinnati in this one. It's going to be an interesting game. This could tell a lot about what these two teams are going to be capable of this season. But yeah, it's going to be a heck of a good game. Then week 1 also has the Saints going to the Lions. This is interesting because the Saints, they could easily make a little bit of a push this year. Last year, they were probably the favorites to get the number one overall pick. But Tyler Shuck really saved their season a little bit to get to 7 wins, which is still dead last in the South, but still, it was a promising showing for the Saints. Unfortunately, they have to start their campaign this year against last place in the North, which is a very, very um, angry Lions team who wants to get back up to the top. Detroit's going to be dangerous this year. I highly doubt they stay down and last for too long, and by too long I mean more than one season. I gotta give it to Detroit. They're gonna start off hot. They're gonna start off ready, and they want to get the ball rolling. So give me the Lions in week 1 on that one. Then, this is gonna be an interesting matchup. We got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Houston Texans. The big change for Buffalo is their coaching overhaul. Sean McDermott's gone. Joe Brady is in for the head coaching position. I'm not liking what Buffalo's doing on there. I think they'll still be okay, but I don't know if they'll be as dangerous as they once were. The Texans, though, that defense was lethal last year. Unfortunately, the offensive line could not save CJ Stroud to save their lives. I don't know how much they did over the offseason to address that, but I think in this game, I think Houston starts off strong. I think they're going to pick up a little bit where they left off and get the early dub to go up pretty damn early. Next game on my schedule is the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Ravens, Jesse Minter is their new head coach. Hopefully he can bring out more of Lamar Jackson and whatnot. Other than that, I'm not sure what the Ravens did during the offseason other than back out of the Max Crosby trade. So we'll see how that goes. But for that, they face the Indianapolis Colts to start off the season. We'll see how Danny Dimes is doing. With him recovering from injury and whatnot, I think I do like the Ravens a little more to start off with. I think the Colts have a little bit of a brutal opening to their season than I would expect. So give me the Ravens in this one. Next up, we got the Browns and the Jaguars. The Browns, I think they're just gonna go with Shedeur Sanders to really get their franchise rolling as the new franchise QB. I'm not liking what they did during the offseason, though. Getting rid of Kevin Stefanski. I don't even know who they have there as their head coach now. Oh, boy. Yeah. I think it's going to be another rough season for Cleveland. Though they did have a really good draft. I'll give them that. The Jaguars, I think they're going to take a little bit of a step back, especially with the Texans revamping as well. But I do give them this win in the opener of the season. So give me them there. Next up, we got the Falcons and the Steelers. The Falcons revamped with their new head coach Kevin Stefanski. Pittsburgh with Mike McCarthy. I think overall, talent-wise, I still like the Falcons a little more. I think they're also just going to get the hot start that they need to get the ball rolling. So give me the Falcons in this early tilt. The Jets at the Titans. I think I got to go with Tennessee in this one. The Jets are still going to be the Jets. They didn't have that great of a draft. They had actually, their first pick was questionable, but the rest of the draft was pretty good at least. But the problem is the Jets. Oh God, they're still the Jets. that organization is abysmal. As for the Titans, they didn't have a great or bad draft, but they still did enough. Plus, we'll see how Robert Saleh handles with the new with Cam Ward. They did get a really, really talented wide receiver at number 4 in the draft. Let me look up who that is real quick. That was Carnell Tate. So I think out of Ohio State. So we'll see how that goes. But it might be a promising season for Tennessee. Who knows? But I do like them opening up early with the win, especially against the Jets. The Cardinals and the Chargers. Ooh. I gotta go with LA here. The Cardinals are in rebuild mode at this point. They do have Carson Beck, but I don't know if they're gonna be playing him a whole lot. Now that Kyler Murray's gone, we'll see how that goes out. For the Chargers, I think they are the more talented team. We'll see how well they can get to go far this year. So Next up, we got the Dolphins and the Raiders. Miami, I think, is my personal favorite to get the number one overall pick. They are just a mess right now. Malik Willis, I think, is their new quarterback, which he's not going to be bad, but the problem is the rest of the roster is just abysmal. There's no really big names on there. There's no sneaky good playmakers on that offense, and yeah, it's just going to be a rough year. And the coaching decision for Miami is not a great one. As for the Raiders, they picked up Fernando Mendoza as number one overall. So I like that already. But they also had a pretty decent draft as well. So, and then they got the new head coach as well. I think they open up strong. Even if Kirk Cousins is starting in this game, I'm going to go with the Las Vegas Raiders to pick up the early win and get their season off on the right foot. Already picking up half the wins that they did last year. Next up, we got a good one. We got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Packers. Oh boy. I don't think they want to remember how last season ended. Oh god, why did I see that coming too? Especially how they played in that the previous Bears game before that playoff game against them. But the Packers are trying to bounce back from that. The Vikings, though, they picked up Kyler Murray over the offseason. I think they're gonna be battling with JJ McCarthy to get the starting role in for the Vikings quarterback. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how both of these teams play out this season. I think I'm gonna go with Green Bay to open up with the victory here. I do like them a little bit more on paper as well. So we'll see how things go. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, the Commanders had a really bad year last year. They'll protect Jaden Daniels a little more, but it was ugly. It was really ugly last season. And for the Eagles, oh god, their offense shot themselves in the foot. Oh my god, you should have heard Andrew complaining about how bad that offense was. That's when you know it's bad. Also, it looks like they're gonna finally get rid of AJ Brown in the offseason, probably by June. So don't expect them to be doing much with Brown overall. They did get Makai Lemon, which is a pretty big steal. So I think the Eagles' offense is going to be fine. Although, can Jalen Hurts actually just keep a freaking offensive coordinator? Jesus. But yeah, give me the Eagles to open this game up at least. So we'll see how things go for them this season. Next up, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the revamped New York Giants. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting game. I think a little highly of the Giants this season. With their new head coach, Jackson Dart's gonna be back healthier. Cam Scattergood's gonna be back. Oh, I'm loving the Giants this season. I actually think they'll be a sneaky. They might sneak their way into the postseason. Uh, they could just barely miss it too, though. But we'll see because the NFC is kind of loaded. But I think opening up, I'm giving it to the Giants to start things off. I do like the Cowboys and what they did during the draft, especially. This was actually a pretty good offseason for Dallas as well, but I think I like New York on paper a little bit more. Finally, Monday Night Football, the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I don't know if either quarterback's going to be playing this for Bo Nix or Patrick Mahomes is going to be playing in this game. We'll see how their thing goes. The big question though is Mahomes. Is he going to be playing weeks 1 through 4? Is he not? Well, I think personally he's not. I hope he really doesn't either, because I really don't want him pushing himself out there and then getting hurt again. However, both of these teams on their own can also really drive a good game. The Denver defense is still lethal and will pretty much be lethal for a while, and the Chiefs' rebuilt offense is going to be really fun to watch. However, in this game, I might just give it to Denver. I think the Broncos do have a little bit of enough in the tank. The Chiefs are still going to be finding out what their offense is like. I still think it's going to be pretty good, but I got to give it to Denver in week 1. Now this is kind of where we speed run a little bit through the rest of the schedule. I know that going through week 1 alone took a long time. But like it took a half hour to get through that. But let's see how things go going forward. But let's get through the rest of this. The next up on the schedule, we kick off Thursday night football with a very interesting game. We got the Detroit Lions taking on the Buffalo Bills. Oh boy. I think at this point Buffalo they cannot afford an 0-2 start. So I think the Bills do take this one, but it's not going to be a pretty win for Buffalo. Next, Carolina and Atlanta. Both of these teams had some pretty good games. I think at home though, I got to give it to the Falcons pretty right there. The Saints and Ravens. Again, we'll see how things go. I'm actually going to go with the Saints in this one. I'm not sure how much I like the Ravens these days, but I think early on they may struggle a bit. Next up is the Vikings and Ravens. Or not the Vikings and Ravens. The Vikings and Bears. This one I also think the Bears take this one. And it's not going to be a pretty start for the Vikings, but maybe they'll recover soon. Next is the Bengals and the Texans. A battle between two 1-0 teams, but I am going to go with Houston, the home team. Having 2 games to open up on your home schedule is always nice. Next up is the Steelers and Patriots. Oh boy. I think it's a battle between 2 0-2 to 0-1 teams, but I am going to go with the Patriots in this one. I think home advantage will play nicely for them, and someone's got to win the East. Next is the Packers and the Jets. Give me the Packers still. I still like them a lot more than the Jets. I'm going to be real. Next is the Browns and Buccaneers. This is where Tampa picks up their first win of the year. I don't think they're going to struggle much against Cleveland, especially at home. Next is the Eagles and Titans. Give me the Eagles in this one. I think the Titans are a little overmatched in this one. I do like the Eagles still. I think their offense is going to definitely bounce back this year. Next is the Jaguars and Broncos. Give me Denver in this one. Their home opener is going to be fire, and I'm not sure how much I like the Jags this season. I don't think they'll be bad, but it's definitely going to be a downgrade. Next is the Raiders and Chargers. Give me the Raiders, actually, to take this one. The Chargers are just going to find a way. They're just going to find a way. And I think the Raiders do open up strong this season. It's going to be a strong start for Vegas. Next is going to be the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Seahawks. They're going to start up. They got pretty good games to start off this season, and I think they're going to be on a roll again. Next is the Commanders and the Cowboys. Give me the home team in this one. I do like what the Cowboys did over the offseason a little more, but we'll see how the Commanders respond after losing in week 1. Next is the Dolphins and the 49ers. Give me the Niners this one. Miami's just way outclassed. Next is the Chiefs and Colts. Kansas City's not losing both of their home games to start off the year. Not again. They're not going to go 2 again. I think the Chiefs do find out a little bit more about their offense, and I think the Colts still trying to recover from last year's fall off is going to help the Chiefs in this manner. Finally, their Rams actual home opener between the Giants and the Rams. Give me LA. I like the Giants, not that much though. Alrighty, next up is week 3. Starting off with a Thursday night football game according to the NFL schedule. And it's going to be the Falcons and the Packers. The Packers, oh boy. I think the Packers are still going to be really good, but the Falcons also are going to be dangerous. I am going to go with Green Bay to get the hot start, a 3-0 start this season. Next is the Chargers and the Bills. I don't know why they have the Z next to their name. I got to look that up. Oh, that's because they played Thursday night the previous week. That's why. So, the Bills that had played Thursday night the previous week, they're going to get a good bit of rest. The Chargers coming off the shocking loss to the Raiders, though. I think the Bills do take this one. Next up, the Panthers and the Browns. This is where Carolina picks up their first win of the year. I think Carolina's going to be pretty decent team. The Browns, I don't know about them. Next up is the Jets and Lions. Give me the Lions in this one. They just got a little bit of an extra rest. The Jets are the Jets. Come on now. Week 4 is the Texans and next up is the Texans and the Colts. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. This I actually am gonna go upset here. I think the Colts do take this one. Um, they're still gonna be a really dangerous team, but I don't know if they're gonna pull out the victories like they did last year. This is gonna be one of them though. Next up is the Patriots and the Jags. I actually think the Jaguars do take this one. Um, the Jaguars are still going to be a fun team to watch, and I'm not sure about the Patriots this year. Next up is the Chiefs and Dolphins. Come on. The Chiefs aren't losing to Miami in Miami. Come on. We won our first Super Bowl in 50 years there. Come on now. Next up is the Titans and the Giants. Two teams that I could actually see making a decent year out of them. But I am going to go with the Giants in this one, the home team. The Giants, I do like them on paper, though, still more. Next is the Bengals and the Steelers. I'm going to go Cincinnati in this one. It's going to be a fun game, but I still got to go with Cincy in this one. Next is the Seahawks and the Commanders. I'm going to go Seattle. Yes, it is a rough start for the Commanders. They got a brutal opening few games. Next is the Cardinals and 49ers. Give me the Niners here. I mean, there's not much to really say here. Next is the Vikings and Bucks. I am going to go... You know what? I'll go Tampa Bay. I still like the Bucks, just not as much as I did last year. Next is the Raiders and the Saints. I think this is where the Fernando Mendoza or the Raiders' little hot start ends. I think I do like Shuck a little more. Next is the Ravens and Cowboys, which is going to be a really interesting game. Oh boy, they're both 1-1. This is kind of like a scenario like we had a few years ago. But I am gonna go with Baltimore in this game. Give me the Ravens. Next is the Rams and Broncos on Sunday Night Football. Oh boy, this is gonna be a really good, really good game. But give me the Broncos in this one at home. The Rams, they could still be dealing with stuff, especially with Ty Simpson now. Who knows what Sean McVay thinks at this point. But I do like the Broncos a little bit in this one. Finally, the Eagles and the Bears on Monday Night Football. I'm actually going to go with Chicago in this one. I really do like what Chicago's been doing. And this is kind of where the Eagles kind of get a little bit of a reality check. But they'll rebound. They'll definitely rebound. Next up is Week 4. And starting off this one, Thursday Night Football. Steelers and Browns. Oh, God. 0-3 teams on Thursday night. I'm sorry. This is why the Thursday night games suck sometimes. Give me the Steelers, though, to pick up their first win of the year. It's going to be a fun game, but yikes. Next up is the Colts and Commanders. This is where the Commanders pick up their first win of the year. It's gonna be a lot of fun there. It's their first game, and it's gonna be in London. So we'll see how that goes for them. Also, did I miss any international games before I reached? Before I actually got to maybe in week 3? No. Oh, okay. So, oh no, there was an international game in Rio. That was the Ravens and Cowboys. That's right. Alrighty. But yeah, that's our first of 3 London games this year. Is the Colts and Commanders. Next up is the Titans and the Ravens. I'm gonna go Baltimore here. I don't know if I want the I don't know if I like the Tennessee that much, but against Baltimore, it's gonna be fine. I think they'll put up a pretty good fight though. Next is the Patriots and the Bills. I'm gonna go Buffalo here. I think generally the Patriots and Bills split this year. I would not be surprised if they did. Next is the Jets and the Bears. Give me Chicago in this one. Chicago, if they can get through like some of their games like against the Eagles, I think they can open up 4-0. Next is the Jaguars and the Bills. Or not the Bills, the Bengals. Jesus. I am going to go Jacksonville in this game. They're still going to be a fun team. Cincinnati, I'm not entirely sure how they're going to be this season, but we'll see. Next is the Cowboys and Texans. Dallas and Houston. It's gonna be an interesting game, but give me Houston in this one. I think they might be the favorites to win the division. Next is the Cardinals and Giants. Give me New York in this one. Arizona's just in a tank mode. Next is the Rams and Eagles. Give me Philly actually in this one. It's gonna be a fun game, but I do like Philly a little bit more, especially at home. Next is the Packers and the Buccaneers. Green Bay just came off a Thursday night football game. They're 3-0. The Buccaneers 2-2. Give me Green Bay in this one. Next is the Dolphins and the Vikings. I think the Vikings pick up a much needed victory here. Next is the Chiefs and Raiders. Again, the Raiders, the hot start was fun, but I gotta go with Kansas City in this one. Next is the Chargers and the Seahawks. Give me Seattle. They're just too tough of a team to really take lightly. Next is the Broncos and the 49ers. I think San Francisco picks up a really much needed victory to keep with Seattle in this one, especially at home. Sunday Night Football is between the Lions and the Panthers. Boy, this is going to be a fun one. And I actually think Carolina pulls off the upset here. I really do like what Carolina has done. I really do think Carolina's going to take a little bit of a good step forward. At least Bryce Young is. And I think this is the game where he really proves it. Finally, Monday Night Football, the Falcons and the Saints. Give me New Orleans actually at home. I actually really do like what New Orleans is going to be doing. I think it's going to be a tight race in the South this year. But a hot start does not necessarily mean things are going to go well. Week 5 opens up with the Buccaneers taking on the Cowboys in Dallas. Oh boy, the Bucks kind of need a bounce back win here. The Cowboys really need something, so I'm going with Dallas in this one. The Eagles and the Jaguars taking place in London. Oh boy, who do I pick here? Boy, I might go Philly in this one. I'm going Philly. I think they're better suited than the Jaguars this year. Next up is the Bengals and the Dolphins. I'm going Cincinnati in this one. I don't feel comfortable doing it because this is probably a trap game, but I think the Bengals can pull off a much needed victory in this one. Next is the Raiders and the Patriots. Oh boy, this could be a dancy, but I am going to go New England in this one. I think they actually do pull off the win this year. Next is the Vikings and the Saints. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of fun too. Um, in New Orleans though, I still am going to go with Minnesota. It's gonna be a fun game. It'll be a very fun game. Next is the Browns and the Jets. I think Cleveland picks up their first win of the year here, especially coming off a much needed rest. I wouldn't be surprised that the Jets win this one though. Next is the Colts and the Steelers. Oh boy. You know what? Oh boy. Give me the Colts in this one. I do like the Colts a little bit more. Next is the Texans and the Titans. I actually think Tennessee could shock Houston here, and I think I am going to pick that. It's going to be a fun game. Next is the Giants and the Commanders. I think Washington does pull off the upset here at home, but it's going to be a fun game nonetheless. Next is the Broncos and Chargers. LA wins this one. They need this victory very, very badly to keep pace. Next is the Lions and the Cardinals. Give me the Lions here. I want to pick Arizona, but I don't think it's going to be that easy. Next is the Bears and Packers. A battle of two undefeateds. But in Lambeau, give me the Packers in this one. Next is the 49ers and the Seahawks in Seattle. I actually think the Niners pull off the upset here. I think they want their revenge from last year as well. So give me San Fran in this one. Next is the Sunday Night Football game between the Ravens and the Falcons. I think I am going to go with Baltimore in this one, but I would not be surprised if it goes either way. Finally, Monday Night Football is between the Bills and the Rams. I think I am going to go LA in this one. They really need this one badly to keep pace with the other teams in the West. And the Bills, I'm still not sold on them. And then obviously the buys this week were the Chiefs and Panthers. Chiefs got a really early bye this season. Next, we open up our week 6. We have 4 teams on the bye this week: the Bengals, Dolphins, Lions, and Vikings. But we open up Thursday night football between the Seahawks and the Broncos. I think I think Denver does pull this one off. In in Denver, it's gonna be tough for Seattle to go from back to back like that, but I think Seattle does get caught off guard on Thursday night. Next is our final London game between the Texans and the Jaguars. I'm gonna go Houston in this one though. No, actually, I'm going Jacksonville. I take that back. I think Jacksonville now adapted with London and whatnot. So give me the Jaguars in this one. Next up, Bears and Falcons. I actually think the Falcons pull this one off. I think the Falcons are going to be sneaky good, and that includes beating the Bears, and especially after the Bears just lost. So they're going to catch them off guard here too. Next, it's the Ravens and Browns. Ooh, we'll see how this one goes. But I am gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna call upset. I think the Browns do have what it takes to pull off an upset, but it would not be surprising if the Ravens won this one. Probably they're gonna be the favorites in this one. Also, hello to Destiny and Sega. How you doing? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very, very fun. Next, we got who's next on our schedule? The Titans and Colts. Give me the Colts. it's a very tough call, but give me the Colts in this one. Next, we got the Jets and the Patriots. Give me the Pats in this one. Next, we got the Saints and the Giants. I'm gonna go New York in this one. I really like the Giants on paper this year. Next, we got the Panthers and the Eagles. Panthers had their bye week. Eagles just coming off their London game. I am gonna go Carolina in this one, especially with the overseas travel now affecting probably Philly. Next, we got the Steelers and the Bucks. I think I'm gonna go with Tampa. No, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's still gonna do enough to really do fine this season. And that includes beating Tampa Bay. Next, we got the Cardinals and the Rams. Give me the Rams in this one. The West is just brutal in the NFC for the Cardinals. Next is the Chiefs and the Chargers. Give me the Chiefs in this one. They're coming off the bye. At this point of the year, this is where Patrick Mahomes comes back. I think this is where Mahomes comes back. He's going to light up the Chargers this time around. And honestly, 3-1 without Mahomes would be really good. I would love to see 3-1. I wouldn't be surprised if we went 2-2, and I would be satisfied with 2-2. Next up, we got the Bills and the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Bills in this one. I don't know if they're that bad, but the Raiders still need a little bit of help to really establish themselves. Next, we got Sunday Night Football between the Cowboys and the Packers. This is going to be a tough one, especially with even though the Cowboys are 2-3. But give me the Packers. And then finally, the Commanders and the Niners. Give me San Fran. So right now the standings are the Packers are still the only unbeaten team left in the league, which I could see that, but the schedule's only going to get harder from here. The worst team in the league, we have a couple of them. We have the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Cardinals, all winless. So we'll see how they go through. Next, we got the Browns and the Titans. Or that's not our Thursday night game. Well, first off, our buys. We got the Bills, Commanders, Chargers, and Jaguars. But our Thursday night game is between the the Patriots and the Bears. Give me Chicago in this one. I think at home they're gonna really try to catch Green Bay for that division title now. Next up, we got our Paris game. Actually, I think this is our Paris game. Yeah, this is our Paris game. The Steelers and the Saints. Makes sense that the Saints are playing in Paris. And I'm going to give it to the Saints in this one. Next up, we got the 49ers and the Falcons. Actually, I'm going to go with Atlanta to catch the Niners off guard right before their bye. So give me the Falcons in that one. Next, we got the Bengals and the Ravens. Give me Baltimore in this one. It's going to be a good shootout between those two teams, but I got to give it to Baltimore at this point. Next, we got the Bucks and the Panthers. Oh boy. I think Carolina gets the job done this time around. So give me the not the Bucks, the Panthers. Next we got the Giants and Texans. The Texans aren't going under 500 at this point in the year. Give me the Texans in this one. Next we got the Colts and the Vikings. Oh boy. I'm gonna go with the team that just had the bye. So give me the Vikings in this one. They're gonna be well rested. Next we got the Dolphins and the Jets. You know what? I'm going New York. I think the Jets pick up their first win of the year in this one. Next, we got the Browns and the Titans. This is where now I pick Tennessee. Next up, we got the Broncos and the Cardinals in Arizona. I'm going Denver, especially since they just had that Thursday night game. They're coming off a little bit more rest. This is where the undefeated season ends for Green Bay. Give me the Lions, especially when they're now coming off their bye week. We got the Rams and the Raiders. You know what? I'm calling upset. I'm gonna go with the Raiders in this one. They're gonna be a fun team to watch this year. Next up, we got the Chiefs and the Seahawks. I think the Chiefs dropped this game in Seattle on Sunday night. It's gonna be a close one, but I do think the Seahawks are just a little bit better right now. Finally, we got the Cowboys and the Eagles on Monday Night Football. I think in Philly though, I gotta give it to the Eagles in this one. Dallas is just, oh boy. Oh boy, Dallas. Hold yourselves together. Hold yourselves together. Week 8, we're going to, the buys this week are the 49ers, Texans, Saints, and the Giants. Thursday Night Football is between the, the Panthers and the Packers. Oh, that's a good one. I think the Packers do pull this one off. They're going to come out their one loss and just say, no, we're going to bounce right back. Next up is the oh boy. It's the Ravens and the Bills. Which is going to be really, really interesting. Bills are coming off their bye, though. You know what? Give me the Bills in this one. I think the Bills will find a way to win this. Next up, we got the Titans and the Bengals. Give me the... You know what? Give me the Titans. I think they're going to be a fun team this year. I think it'd be a little bit built better for this, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati wins this one. Next is the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Dallas needs this win badly, so I'm going to give it to Dallas. They need this win really badly. Next up, we got the Vikings and the Lions. Give me the Lions in this one. Next up, we got the Colts and the Jaguars. You know the Colts never win in Jacksonville, especially with the Jaguars coming off the bye. Come on now. Next, we got the Raiders and the Jets. Jets are going to pick up their second win of the year. The Raiders are going to be fun, but they're still not going to be great. So, give me the Jets. Next up, we got the Browns and the Steelers. Oh boy, give me Pittsburgh, though, in this one. Next up, we got the Falcons and the Bucks. Give me the Bucks in this one. It's going to be a little bit of a slugfest, but give me the Bucks. Next up, we got the Battle of LA between the Chargers and the Rams. The Chargers really need this one. This could be considered a home game for either team. So give me the Chargers in this one. They really need this game. Next up, we got the Chiefs and Broncos. This is tough. But I think the Chiefs this time around do get the Broncos. I think they do split their season series with Denver this season. Next up, we got the Patriots and the Dolphins. Give me New England after coming off what they had. Next up, we got the Eagles and Commanders. The Commanders are going to win this game. I think it's an upset alert for the Philadelphia Eagles, especially with the Commanders coming off the bye on Sunday Night Football. Now we go to Monday Night Football between the Bears and the Seahawks, which I thought was going to be the NFC Championship game last year. But give me Seattle. They're still going to be a really good team. And the Bears, I don't think they're quite up there yet. Next is Week 9, which we have a couple of teams on the bye this week. A good handful of them. We got the Steelers and the Titans. See what I did there? I lied. First off, though, Thursday Night Football between the Jags and the Ravens. I gotta give it to Baltimore in this one. It's going to be a tough game, but give me Baltimore in this one. Next up is our Madrid game between the Bengals and the Falcons. This is going to be a really, really big game for both teams, but I'm going to go with Cincinnati in this one. I think they find a way to pull out the victory. Next is the Broncos and the Panthers. Give me Denver in this game. I still like the Broncos a lot this season. Next up is the Cowboys and the Colts. You know what? Oh boy, they're both 3-5. I'm gonna go with Dallas. I think they're better than Indy on paper, so I'm gonna go with Dallas. Next up is the Jets and the Chiefs. I'm going New York on this one. I'm kidding. Oh Jesus. I'm kidding. I'm going Kansas City on the. You really think I'm gonna pick the Chiefs to lose at home against the Jets? That would, God, if they lose at home against New York, we're fucked as a franchise. Next is the Lions and the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with Detroit on this one, in Miami. Next is the Browns and the Saints. Saints coming off their bye. I gotta go with New Orleans in this one. Next is the Giants and the Eagles. I think Philly takes this one in Philadelphia, even though the Giants are coming off the bye. I still liked Philly a lot this season. Next is the Rams and the Commanders. Both of these teams really need this game. I actually think the Rams hit a bit of a slump this in the middle of the season, so I'm gonna go with Washington in this one. Next is the Texans and the Chargers. Houston coming off the bye, but LA really needs this game, so I'm gonna go with the Chargers in this one. Next is the Raiders and the 49ers. The Niners are coming off the bye, and they're at home. Give me the Niners in this one. Next is the Packers and the Patriots. Give me Green Bay. Yes, I know. Next is the Cardinals and Seattle. Yeah, give me Seattle in this one. I'm sorry, Arizona. You're going to get it one eventually, but Jesus, this is going to be ugly. Next is going to be the Buccaneers and the Bears. On Sunday Night Football, but I got to go with Chicago in this one. I'm not entirely liking what Tampa Bay's doing this season. If it was in Tampa, I probably would have gone upset, but yeah. Finally, Monday Night Football between the Bills and the Vikings in Minnesota. I'm going to go with the Vikings for pull up the upset here, though. Next up is Week 10, and our buys this week are the Bears, the Broncos, the Buccaneers, and the Eagles. Thursday Night Football is between the Commanders and the Giants. Oh boy, this is a battle between 4-4 teams, but give me the Giants in this one. Next is our Munich game in Germany between the Patriots and the Lions. I'm still going Detroit. Next up is the Chiefs and the Falcons in Atlanta, but I am going to go with Kansas City in this one. Next is the Texans and the Browns in Cleveland. I actually think Cleveland pulls off a shocking upset here. I think the Texans hit a bit of a slump, but the Cleveland Browns are still not that great of a team. Next is the Vikings and the Packers. Green Bay got the upper hand in Green Bay, but I think the Vikings pull off the upset here in Green Bay, giving the Packers their second loss of the season. Next is the Dolphins and the Colts. Give me the Colts in Indy. Next up is the Panthers and the Saints. It's going to be an interesting battle, but I'm going to go with Carolina. The NFC South's going to find a way to NFC South this season. Next up is the Bills and the Jets. Going Buffalo in this game. Next up is the Jaguars and the Titans. Jaguars coming off a Thursday Night Football game. Tennessee coming off the bye. Give me the Titans to upset the Jaguars in this one. Suddenly, Tennessee's in first in this division. What the hell? Next up is the Rams and the Cardinals. Oh boy. No, the Rams are going to snap their losing streak here. They got to find a way to win games. Next up is the Seahawks and the Raiders. Give me Seattle in this one. Next up is the 49ers and the Cowboys. You know what? I'm calling upset. Give me Dallas in this one. It's going to be a very interesting game, but give me Dallas. Next up is the Steelers and the Bengals. Pittsburgh coming off the bye, but Cincinnati needs this win as well. So give me the Bengals in this one. Next up is the Chargers and the Ravens. Oh boy, this is tough. You know what? LA's gonna find a way to crawl back into this postseason. So give me, or at least into the postseason race. So give me the Chargers in Baltimore on Monday night. Oh yeah, the Steelers and the Bengals was a Sunday night football game. So weird stuff happens on prime time. Weird stuff happens. But yeah, that's week 10 for ya. We got 8 more weeks to go before we hit the postseason. We got a lot of teams on the bye this week: Browns, Falcons, Packers, Patriots, Rams, and the Seahawks. Right now, if you want to look at the standings so far. Also, hi, Lacey. We got. Oh boy, we got a bit of a showcase. Right now, the Chiefs and the Seahawks are the best teams in each conference, but the Packers are right behind them. Bills are right behind them. Starting to shape up kind of more and more like what the old, kind of what 2024 was a little bit, maybe even 23. But we'll see how things go. Next up, Thursday night football is between the Colts and the Texans. Both of these teams really need this game, but I'm going Houston in this one. I think they're built better for this kind of moment. Next up is the Dolphins and the the Dolphins and the Bills. Give me Buffalo in Buffalo on this one. Did we go through all of our games so far? Yeah, oh no, we got one more game in Mexico City at some point. I don't know. I think that might be this. Is that this week? Yeah, no. Oh yeah, it is this week. Okay, so we got one more international game, but we'll save it for later. Next up is the Ravens and the Panthers. Boy, 5-4 versus 6-4. But you know what? I'm calling upset. Give me Carolina in this game. Next up is the Saints and the Bears. It's gonna be a tough game, but give me Chicago coming off the bye. Next up is the Titans and the Cowboys. Titans, yes, they just claimed first, but you know what? Dallas is gonna find a way to find a way. Yeah, and suddenly they're crawling right back into this race. Next up is the Buccaneers and the Lions. I think I gotta go with Detroit in this one. Next up is the Cardinals and the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs aren't losing to a winless Cardinals team. I'm sorry. Next up is the Jaguars and the Giants. This is gonna be a tough game for both teams, but I am gonna give it to the Giants at home on this one. Next is the Jets and Chargers. Chargers, pretty simple win for them. And this one. Next up is the Raiders and the Broncos. Give me the Broncos coming off the bye. Next up is the Steelers and the Eagles. I think the Eagles are also coming off a bye this week. I know Pittsburgh is trying to find a way, but you know what? Give me Philly in this one. Next up is our Sunday night football game in Mexico City between the Vikings and the 49ers. And you know what? Give me San Francisco in this one. Finally, our Monday night football game between the Bengals and the Commanders. Oh boy, both of these teams need it, but you know what? I'm giving it to Washington. Week 11's in the books. Now we should be hitting Thanksgiving weekend. And yes, we are. Why is there a game on frickin' Wednesday? Why? I guess we're going to open up with that one. Both of these teams coming off the bye. It's between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams on Wednesday, apparently. I don't know why there's a game right before Thanksgiving. You know what? Give me the Rams on this one. They really need a bounce back in a big way. Now we come to our Thanksgiving games. First up, the early game between the Bears and the Lions. Give me Detroit in this one. Especially with the Packers losing, I think the Lions are definitely going to be up there now. Next up is the Eagles and the Cowboys. You know what? This time around, Dallas is taking this one. And suddenly, the Cowboys are only a game behind the Eagles. Jeez. And finally, the Chiefs and the Bills. The Chiefs are going to find a way to lose this one. Let's be real. They're going to find a way to lose in the regular season. And then we got a Friday game, Black Friday, between the Broncos and the Steelers. And you know what? Crazy things happen on primetime. Give me the Steelers to take this one. Now we come to our noon game. We come to our actual Sunday slate. Give me it's the Saints and the Bengals. Um, give me the Bengals in this one. Next up, we got the Raiders and the Browns. I'm gonna go with Cleveland in this one. Next up is the Ravens and the Texans. Give me Houston in this one. I like Houston a little bit. Next is the Giants and the Colts. I think Indy's going to find a way to win this game somehow. Next is the Jets and the Dolphins. This is where Miami picks up their first win of the year. Finally. Next is the Falcons and the Vikings. Oh boy, this is actually a tough game. 4-6 against 5-5. But I'm gonna give it to Atlanta on the road. Next up is the Titans and the Jaguars. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville in this game. Next up is the Commanders and the Cardinals. This is where Arizona picks up their first win of the year. They're gonna find a way somehow to upset Washington in this one. Next up is the Seahawks and the 49ers. This is where Seattle gets the revenge. They're splitting with the Niners this year. Next up is the Sunday night football game between the Patriots and the Chargers. I am going to go with LA in this one. And finally, Monday night football between the Panthers and the Bucks. Oh boy. You know what? NFC South's going to NFC South. I'm going to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. And oh boy, look at all this. It's starting to get there. It's starting to get there, chat. It's starting to get there. Our buys this week are the Colts, Jets, Raiders, and Ravens. But first is our Thursday night game between the Chiefs and the Rams. This is going to be tough. But you know what? I have faith in the Chiefs this year. I'm going to pick the Chiefs to beat the Rams in LA. Next is the Lions and the Falcons. And you know what? As crazy as it is, I'm going to go with Atlanta to pull off the upset in this one. Next up is the Jaguars and the Bears. This is going to be a really fun game, but I'm going to go with Chicago, the home team, with a little bit more rest. Next up is the Browns are hosting the Bengals. I'm going to give it to Cleveland in this one. It's going to be a fun game, but oh boy. Next is the Packers and the Saints. Two teams that probably need this game pretty badly, but I'm going to go with New Orleans. I'm going to say upset alert here. Next up is the 49ers and the Giants. I'm calling upset. I'm going New York in this one. This is going to be a fun game, but I'm going to go with the New York Giants. Next is the Chargers and the Buccaneers. Tampa really needs this game, though, so I'm going to go with Tampa to find a way to beat LA. LA's going to find a way to choke at the end of the year. You know how the Chargers are. Next is the Commanders and the Titans. I think the Commanders need this one a lot, so I got to go with Washington. Next is the Eagles going to Arizona, but I'm still going to go pick the Eagles. I think it's going to be a lot closer of a game than people anticipate, though. Next is the Broncos hosting the Dolphins, going with Denver in that one. Next is the Panthers and the Vikings. Let's see. Ooh, who do I pick in this one? 6-5 against 5-6. Ooh, you know what? Give me the Vikings in this one. They're gonna find a way to be decent. Next is the Bills and the Patriots. This is gonna be a fun game, but you know what? I'm going New England in this one. I told you they'd split. I told you at the beginning they'd split. Next is the Sunday night football game between the Texans and the Steelers. Oh God, what is this Sunday night game? But you know what? I'm going Pittsburgh in this one. It's gonna be a hell of a fun game. Finally, Monday night football between the Cowboys and the Seahawks. Give me Seattle in this one, though. Next up is Week 14. We open things off. Oh yeah, our buys are the Cardinals and the Cowboys. The only two buys this week. I think those are our final two buys as well, because I don't think there's buys in the last 4 weeks, so hooray. Thursday night football game is between the Vikings and the Patriots. I think the Patriots build off that momentum, pick up a win here. Next is the Buccaneers and the Ravens. Give me Baltimore in this one. Next is the Saints and Panthers. This is going to really tell a lot. But you know what? Give me Carolina in this one. Next up is the Falcons and the Browns. It's the Kevin Stefanski revenge game. He's not losing this one. Next up is the Titans and the Lions. Give me Detroit in this one. They're going to continue to roll. Next up is the Bears and the Dolphins. I almost want to pick Miami in this one because it'd be kind of funny. But you know what? I'm going to go with Chicago. Next is the Broncos and the Jets. Denver's not losing that game. Come on now. Next is the Colts and the Eagles. Oh boy. You know what? It's going to be close, but I'm going to give it to Philly. Next is the Texans and the Commanders. Oh boy. They're both 6-6. But I'm going to go with Houston in this one. I think they're going to come out towards the end of the year really hot. Next is the Chargers and the Raiders. The Raiders won this first game in LA. And do they pull it off here? I think they do. The Raiders sweep the Chargers this year. It's going to be insane. Next is the Chiefs and Bengals. I'm going to go... Oh, boy. I'm going to go Chiefs here. It's going to be a very interesting pick, but I'm going to go Chiefs. Next up is the Giants and the Seahawks. I think the Giants shocked the Seahawks here. I think they give them their third loss of the year. This is where New York proves they're really dangerous this year. Next off is the Rams and the Niners. The Rams won their opening game, but give me the Niners in this one. Next is the Bills and the Packers. I think I got to go Green Bay in this one. Next is going to be... That's a Sunday night game. Next is there's a Monday night football game between the Steelers and the Jags. I think I'm going to go Jacksonville in this one, though. So if you want to look at the standings right now, the Chiefs and the Seahawks and the Lions each all have 10-3 as their record. The Bills are 8-5, Eagles 9-4. Ravens and Jags are leading the division at 7-6, and so are the Falcons. The Broncos are 9-4 with the first wild card spot. The Packers and Bears are each 9-4 as well. Giants are 8-5 as the 7th seed. Chargers are 7-6, and so are the Texans at 7-6. Those are the last two wild card spots. The Cardinals and the Dolphins are both at 1-12, so they're kind of battling for the worst of the worst right now. But we'll see how things progress throughout these next 4 weeks. Because there are no more buys. As you can see, 0 buys. Everyone's playing now. 4 games left. Thursday night football is between the 49ers and the Chargers. LA really needs this one, but so does San Fran to get into the playoff race. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers in this one. I think they're just gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way. Next up is the Seahawks and the Eagles. I'm sorry, Andrew, but I'm going to go Seattle in this one. Yes, that means you're stuck in a race with the Giants now. Next up is the Bills and the Bears and the Bills. Oh boy, do I pick Chicago here? Nah, I'm going to go Buffalo. I'm going to go Buffalo in this one. Next is the Bengals and the Panthers. Ooh, this is going to be a good game. But I'm going to go Cincinnati in this one. Next is the Dolphins and the Packers. Come on now. Next is the Jaguars and the Texans. Oh boy, these two teams are tied at the top. The Jaguars won in London, but I'm going to go with Houston in this one. Next is the Browns and the Giants. Give me New York. And suddenly they're tied for first with Philadelphia. Next is the Ravens and the Steelers. Ooh. You know what? These two teams always find a way. Oh, God. Not yet. These two teams always find a way to split their season. So you know what? Give me the Steelers in this one. Next up is the Saints and the Buccaneers. You know what? Give me Tampa. It's going to be a crazy year for the South and the North. The AFC North and the AFC North and the NFC South. Next up, the Colts and the Titans. Give me, I'm going to go Tennessee in this one. at home as well. Next up is the Falcons and the Commanders. A 7-6 against a 6-7. Oh my god. But you know what? Give me Washington in this one. Next up is the Jets and Cardinals. Cardinals coming off the bye. I'm gonna go with Arizona in this one. It's gonna be a lot of fun though. Next up is the Cowboys and the Rams. Oh boy, 7-6 and 6-7. You know what? Give me the Rams in this one. They need to find their way back into the postseason. Next up is the Broncos and the Raiders. Oh my god, do I pick the Raiders to upset them? You know what? I'm gonna pick them to upset the Broncos in Las Vegas. It's gonna be a fun game though. Next up, we got the Lions and the Vikings. Ooh. Well, someone's probably gonna have to lose out. I'm gonna give it to the Lions in this one. It's gonna be a fun game, but it's gonna be a close game on Sunday night too. But I'm gonna give it to Detroit. Finally, Monday Night Football between the Patriots and the Chiefs. I'm going Kansas City in this one. Week 16. Oh boy. First off, we got the Texans and the Eagles on Thursday Night Football. 8-6 against 9-5. I'm gonna go Philly here. I think Philly's gonna somehow hang on to this division. Friday is our first Christmas game. The noon game between the Packers and the Bears. I'm gonna go Chicago in this one. I think these two also split their season series as well. Next up is the Bills and the Broncos. Give me Denver in this one. I like Denver a whole lot this season, but I do think they're gonna digress. Finally, we got the Rams and the Seahawks. Our first meeting between these two teams. But you know what? LA is going to really need this game. So give me the Rams to somehow beat Seattle in Lumen Field. Then we go to our Sunday games. First off is the Browns and the Ravens. Oh boy. Give me Baltimore in this one. Next up, we got the Chargers and the Dolphins. I'm going to go with LA in this one. Next is the Cardinals and the Saints. Do I go upset? You know what? Cardinals are going to... They should get a road win this year. Give me the Cardinals. Next up, we got the Patriots and the Jets. And you know what? This is like the true... Oh, you guys had an easy schedule last year. Jets could take down the Patriots in an upset here. Next, we got the Titans and the Raiders. And you know what? Give me the Raiders. I think they could get to 6 wins this year. I think that's it. I think that's a good record for Vegas. Next up, we got the 49ers and the Chiefs. I do think we do drop this one to San Fran. San Fran's still going to be a really tough team, but I think we do drop this one. Although to be fair, the rest of the AFC isn't that great, but we still do have Denver right behind us, so we should be careful. Next up, we have the Jaguars and the Cowboys. Oh boy, Jacksonville and Dallas. You know what? Dallas is going to do a really funny thing. Beat Jacksonville in this game. Next up, that was our Sunday night game. Although we still have times determined left for these couple of games. We get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Atlanta Falcons on Saturday for whatever reason. Oh, they still aren't scheduled. That's why. Give me Atlanta in Atlanta. Then we got the Bengals and the Colts. Ooh. You know what? Give me Indy. They're gonna do something funny. They're gonna be something funny. Then we got the Commanders going to Minnesota. Give me Washington in this one. And then we got the Panthers and the Steelers. I'm going to go Pittsburgh in this one. They're going to do a little bit of something funny again. And then finally, Monday Night Football is between the Giants and the Lions. This actually could be a really good, fun Monday night game, but I'm going to go with Detroit in this one. Week 17, we got 2 weeks left in this season. If you want to look at the playoff picture right now, oh boy, who's in, who's out? We got the Jaguars at a 7-8 at the 7th seed right now. That's how abysmal this AFC is. But we do have a couple teams that are probably in at this point, but they still need to clinch like divisions and whatnot and conferences. Next, next up though, Thursday night, got the Ravens and the Bengals. And you know what? Cincinnati's gonna win. And they're gonna be tied at 8-8 now. Next up, we got the Saints and the Falcons on Sunday. I think Atlanta wins this game and probably officially clinch this division at this point, because the Seahawks are gonna go play Carolina, and they're gonna take care of business there. So that officially would clinch the Falcons the NFC South, which is crazy. Next up, we got the Colts and the Browns. And I'm gonna give it to Cleveland. Why not? Next up, we got the Giants and the Cowboys. A huge game for division implications, but I'm gonna go with Dallas in this one. And next up is the Bills and the Dolphins. I'm still gonna go Buffalo in this. Do I go Buffalo in this one? Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo. Next up, we got the Vikings and the Jets. Vikings are pretty much out of this playoff race at this point, so I am gonna give it. The Jets are gonna fumble this tank, so they're gonna win this game. Next up, we got the Steelers and the Titans. I'm gonna give it to Pittsburgh. Why not? I think they're gonna win this one. And suddenly we have a three-way tie at the top of the freaking NFC North, or the AFC North. That's crazy. The Raiders and the Cardinals. I think Arizona does take this one as well. Then we got the Lions and the Bears. Oh, man. You know what? Give me the Chicago Bears in this one. Then we got the Eagles and the 49ers on Sunday Night Football. And I think the Niners at home are going to take care of business. It's going to be hell of a fun game. And then finally, Monday Night Football. Well, we actually got a few games that, for some reason, they haven't put on the schedule yet. Kansas City at LA. I'm going to give it to the Chargers. I think the Chiefs do fall off a little bit here, but it's still going to be a fine season for them. Then we got the Commanders and the Jaguars. This is an important game as well. But you know what? I'm giving it to Jacksonville. And next we got the Broncos and the Patriots. Give me Denver in this one. And suddenly it's between Denver and Kansas City to win the division now. And then we got the Rams and the Buccaneers. Give me LA. The Rams really need this game as well. And then Monday Night Football is between the Texans and the Packers. I think Houston does pull off the victory here. So give me Houston in that one. And then finally, Week 18. It's all divisional games. So looking at this, what would be the Sunday night game here? Well, actually, let's just go through divisions at a time. First off, if these two teams win here, Kansas City wins. Kansas City just needs to win this game to win against the Raiders, and they are going to do that. They're going to take care. But if the Chargers win, the Chargers jump the Broncos in the wild card race. So I still think Denver takes care of business in that game. Next up, we got the let's go AFC North, because that's going to be interesting. Let's see. Winner of this game is going to stay. Let's say Cincinnati wins, though. It's not going to matter who wins. So If the Bengals take care of business against Cleveland, they're going to win the division, and I think they are going to take care of business. So it's pretty much between the Steelers and the Ravens, and I think the Ravens are going to take care of business. Right now, they hold the 7th seed, but that's because Jacksonville hasn't played yet. Next up, if the Texans lose to the Titans and the Jaguars beat the Colts, the Jags do jump the Texans to win the division. However, I think Jacksonville takes care of business against Indy, but Houston also takes care of business against Tennessee. So that would put the Texans in the driver's seat to win the division in the South with a 10-7 record. Finally, let's go to the AFC East. Buffalo's already got this division in hand. They don't really need to play for much. New England, I think, are going to take this game, and the Bills are going to take the game against New York. The Dolphins finished their season with the worst record in the league, 1-16. We'll look at the schedules as well to see how well they line up as well. But let's go to the NFC now. The West, we got the Seahawks and the Rams, and the Cardinals and the 49ers. Seahawks have already clinched the division. It's pretty much the Rams just need like the Packers or the Niners to lose to really have a chance. So let's just say the Rams win against Seattle. If the Cardinals and the Lions lose, that would put LA at 6. If the Niners win, the Rams would drop to 7. But let's just say the Packers win and the 49ers lose. So the Rams just need to win. It doesn't really matter as long as one of those teams loses. But the problem is Seattle needs to clinch the 1 seed here, so I am going to go with Seattle in this one. A quiet 9-8 downgrade of a season for the Rams. And I think the Cardinals and I think the Niners do take care of business against Arizona as well. So give me the Niners in that one. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints, and then let's go NFC North first. Oh boy, this is a clusterfuck of a season. If the Lions lose to the Packers and the Bears beat the Vikings, then the Bears win the division. Here's the thing. Bears are going to beat the Vikings, but the Lions, with something to play for, they're going to beat the Packers. And the Packers are just going to hold on to the 7th seed again with a 10-7 record. It's insanity, but you know what? It's the NFL, baby. Thursday, or the NFC South, we got the Bucs and the Saints. That game's not going to matter much. Falcons and the Panthers, that game's not going to matter much either. But the Falcons might have a shot at the 3 seed if the Eagles lose to the Giants, they're going to have a chance at the 3 seed. So you know what? Saints win against Tampa. Falcons win against Carolina. Now, here is the crazy thing. The Giants by themselves... I think the Giants by themselves... Actually, here's the thing. Dallas wins the division and knocks Philly out of the playoffs if the Giants beat Philly and the Cowboys beat Washington. That's a crazy, crazy poll. But I think New York beats Philly, but the Cowboys are going to find a way to choke. And the Commanders beat Dallas in the final game of the year to win for the Philadelphia Eagles to win the division at 10-7. So here is the playoff picture. Actually, let's just look at real quick before I look at it. Let's look at the worst team in the league. The Dolphins. Oh god, their schedule was just kind of brutal. And they probably just couldn't take care of business against teams, and they probably should have. So yeah, I don't really regret putting the Dolphins at 1-16. It was just probably doomed to be. But yeah. The Chiefs, 12-5, I could see that happening. I think they split against the Broncos. I think the Seahawks is going to be a tough game. Buffalo, all crazy shit happens there, and then this is a tough stretch here. These last few games, I think they hold their own, but the Niners and the Chargers are going to catch them. So I think that's plausible. Next though, let's look at our playoff picture though. In the AFC, oh god, not this. Well, let's just see here. Let's look at our playoff picture. The 1 seed is the Chiefs, 2 seeds the Bills, 3 is the Texans, 4 is the Bengals, 5 is the Broncos, 6 is the Chargers, and 7 is the Ravens. And I think it's only Baltimore because they beat the Jags. Yep, they beat the head in a head-to-head tiebreaker. That's why the Ravens, despite having a worse conference record, get the playoff spot over Jacksonville. And then the Seahawks are the 1 seed. I think also just because they beat the Lions, or they just have a better conference. Why do they have the 1 seed? Oh, it's their common percent. Yeah, let's look at the seedings. Two teams tied at 12-5. The Chiefs and Broncos went head to head, but the Chiefs have the better record in the division with a 4-2 record. That's why the Chiefs win the division. There were two teams tied at 9-8. They split head to head, but the Bengals have the better division record. The South, these don't matter, but the Titans finished ahead of Colts because of division record. And then let's see. Oh Lord. Yeah, I don't know why they don't show the Ravens and the Jags here, but you know what? Two teams tied at 10-7. They split head to head, but I think the Eagles have the no, they don't have the better division record, but they have the better common opponents record, with a 8-4 record compared to the Giants 7-5. This doesn't matter a whole lot, nor do the Saints and Panthers. However, these two matter. Head to head, they didn't play each other. Conference record was tied. Seahawks won common games, so that's kind of how the lines are here. And then the Eagles and the Falcons, they didn't play each other, but the Falcons have the better conference record. As you can see here, a much better conference record. So the Falcons, that's how they get there. Anyways, let's move on to our playoffs. They are not going 16-0. Jesus. Those are our wild cards. Alrighty. Let's start off with the AFC. The Bills hosting the Ravens. I'm gonna go Buffalo in this one. The Texans and the Chargers. Houston's gonna find a way to win this game, and then the Broncos go into Cincinnati. Denver's gonna win. The Lions hosting the Giants. Detroit, give me that and give me them. The Falcons and the Niners, give me the Niners in that one. And then the Eagles and the Bears. I'm gonna go Chicago in this one actually. And then divisional round. The let's start with the AFC. Chiefs hosting Denver. I think the Chiefs get the revenge game from week 1. Then the Texans and the Bills. Give me Houston actually in that one. The Niners and the Seahawks. You know what? Give me San Fran in that one. And then Detroit and Chicago. Give me the Lions. And then AFC Championship. Give me the Chiefs. NFC Championship. Give me the Lions. And you know what? I think the Chiefs' run ends there. I think Detroit is just. They really need to bounce back this year. The window's going to start closing here in a few years. They need to get something done. It's tough, but I do like the Lions. I think the Lions do win the Super Bowl this year. I know I picked them last year, but it is going to be very interesting to see how both the Chiefs and the Lions bounce back this season. But yeah, kind of moving down here. There's the playoff picture. You can kind of see it there. In Los Angeles, I think the Lions also just do take it, but I don't know. Maybe the Chiefs actually are that strong this year that they might go all the way back. But if my predictions are right, I think the Lions do finally take it home. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for right now. Um, the VR Chat Friday is gonna be at 7:30 Central Standard Time, so an hour earlier than usual. I am going to pretty much just do like games and all of that with y'all, typical stuff. It's gonna be the last guaranteed stream that I have, so keep your eyes out for that. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to share the channel around. Helps me grow, and I'll see you all then. What's my sub count at right now? 276. Pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. But you know what? Hopefully this pans out better than it did last year, because last year sucked. It probably won't. There's probably gonna be stuff I miss. Like I don't know, maybe the Commanders shoot up there this year, or I don't know, something in Pittsburgh magically works. Who knows? Or maybe the Broncos fall off hard, or the Bears do. But we'll see how things go. But until next time, see you later, peeps. Thanks for watching.